What's up, you guys? Anthony here, and in this video I want to show you exactly how I was able to do $8,700 in sales yesterday on this dropshipping business. And let's go ahead and refresh this. And for those of you guys that have been following the channel, you already know what the store is, you know what the ads and the funnel look like. I revealed it plenty of times on this channel. We did $8,700 in sales yesterday, and if we break this down on our profit dashboard, that comes out to about $3,000 in net profit at a 34% net profit margin. The breakdown of those costs is about $3,000 in total ad spend, $300 in transaction fees, $1,000 in shipping costs, and then about $1,500 in cost of goods. So what I want to do in this video is show you exactly how I found this product that has allowed me to generate these results here. Today, in terms of results, we're at about $6,500 in total sales. And over the last 7 days, we've done just about $50,000 in total sales. So what I want to do in this video is show you in less than 10 minutes exactly how I found this product. And yeah, let's do it. All right, so you guys have maybe seen this in the past, but I've never, well, a lot of you guys, first and foremost, have been asking for product research content. So I want to provide that in this video, but I also want to show you what my criteria are to be able to choose a product and then ultimately sell it. So there's really only 6 main criteria. Number one, it needs to be proven to sell with Facebook ads. Ideally, the estimated revenue is above $300,000 per month. You can get away with anywhere from 150 to 200, but I would strongly recommend that you can validate they're doing approximately $300,000 a month or more. I'll show you how to validate that for free in this video as well. Number two, you want to make sure this product solves a problem with the urgency and intensity to be solved. So there are a lot of trivial problems out there. Like, for example, I really wish like my coffee would stay hotter than longer than 5 minutes, but obviously, am I going to go out and spend $50 or $100 on a solution? There's a lot of self-heating mugs. I personally don't have one. Why is that? The problem that I have with that coffee not being as hot as I want it to be is obviously not intense enough for me to actually do anything about it. So you want to focus on problems that usually are staying in people's life for a long time or impact their lives in a really substantial and negative way, particularly their lifestyle. So you think about problems of people not being able to sleep well, problems with their pets dealing with certain diseases, problems with their kids maybe spending too much time on their screens. Those are the kinds of problems that you want to solve. 3 is that you want to be able to sell it for a 2.5x to 3x multiple of the AliExpress price while remaining reasonable. And when we say reasonable, basically you want to be able to sell for at least your competitor's price and still be at a 70% gross profit margin. You can sell more, but typically I like to use my competitor's price point as my starting ground for the offer that I make. And so if I can't price a product at the same price as my competitor and still make a 70% gross profit margin, I will not sell that product, or I will move on to a new one, or I will go try and source an alternative. Number 4, the product needs to be lightweight. You basically want to avoid anything like chairs, furniture, because shipping costs are going to be very, very expensive, and it's going to hurt your ability to make good profit or substantial profit on your sales. So avoid things with high shipping costs, lightweight, or generally things that you can hold in 2 hands. 5, it needs to be evergreen and can be purchased year round. So don't sell anything that's seasonal or dependent on certain times of the year. So I try to avoid things like a dog water bottle, for example, because those are typically going to have high seasonality in the summer, maybe not so much in the winter when people, aren't worrying about their dogs being dehydrated. And lastly, number 6, it needs to be able to be sold in combination with other complementary products. So ideally you have something, and most products are going to fit this anyway. So this is kind of one of the last criteria that I would worry about, but most products are going to fit this 6th one here, which is, can it be sold with other complementary products? Can you package it? Like if you think about a laptop, you want to be able to sell a laptop with a mouse, a monitor, a keyboard, and maybe a screen projector. Those are the kinds of things that you want to keep in mind. Can you sell this current product? Are there other things that you can find on AliExpress that you can bundle with this product as well? So those are really the 6 main criteria. And now let's break down how to actually find this in a spy tool. So I like to use Get Hooked. Now, a lot of people ask, are there free methods? To be honest, I would recommend that you sign up for a free trial on any spy tool and you follow along exactly what I'm gonna do, because spy tools are designed to keep tabs on all the best performing ads, and the best performing ads belong to the best performing products. And those are the ones that you wanna go after, especially if you wanna hit criteria number 1, which is that it's a product that is proven to sell with Facebook ads and is doing at least $300,000 a month. You can do this, for free, but I would strongly recommend if you're serious about starting a business and you want to fast track the process of finding a product and you want to be able to find one in less than 10 minutes, get a spy tool, get a free trial, borrow somebody else's account, get access to a spy tool, because it's going to be significantly faster than you tinkering around in the ad library. Can you find a product in the ad library or for free? Yes, but just because you can do something doesn't mean you should, right? So Here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up Get Hooked. We're going to go to our country and we're going to type in, I can't believe the United States is not showing up. That's a little bit weird. Typically you want to type in the country that you're going to go after, but I'm just going to ignore it here. For EU transparency, leave it blank. Performance, we just want to set our filters to whatever's going to show us the best ads. So whatever your spy tool of choice is, whether that's like PP ads or I'm trying to think of the other spy tools, basically you want to see ads that have a high volume of impressions, likes, and shares, a high volume of engagement. Thankfully with Get Hooked, they have a performance filter so you can just instantly see what the best performing ads are. But if your spy tool doesn't have this, look for a filter there that will show you ads with a high volume of impressions, likes, or shares. Then what we're going to do is go into status. We're going to set this to active. We're going to go into our niche and leave that completely blank. Runtime, we're going to set for a minimum of 7 days. English, we're set that to English. For channels, we're going to look at Facebook and Instagram only. And then for, where is it? Brand active ads. Okay. For brand active ads, we're going to put more than 20 because we only want to see brands that have at least 20 ads running. And then I think that is pretty much everything. Okay, cool. So now we have these filters set. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the newest here and we're going to set longest running. And then from there, basically we have all these filters in place and now it's showing us the longest running ads that have been running. So what we need to do now is we need to filter this and type in specific keywords or phrases that we know marketers are likely to be used if they're selling a problem-solving product. So first thing that you need to do is pick a niche. Now, Get Hooked has a bunch of niches to go after, so I'm just going to pick one in here. All niches, there's no such thing as like the best performing niche. The only niche that I would probably advise you guys to stay away from is skincare, just because it's very, very competitive. But let's say I want to stay in the health and wellness niche. So I'm going to stick in that niche, and then I'm just going to simply type in words that I think a marketer who's writing ad copy for a product that solves a particular problem is likely to use. So if someone's selling a product that solves the problem of back pain, they're probably going to use the word back pain in their ad copy. If they're selling a product for neck pain, they might say as a hook, are you tired of neck pain? So those are the things that we want to type into our search results here. So I'm going to type in tired of back pain. And because we have all of these performance filters, we know that we're only seeing the best performing ads that are still running in this particular niche that have been on for at least 7 days. So let's take a look at this one here because this caught my eye. This is called Lola's Tallow. It's called the last balm you'll ever buy. This looks like a potential product that we could sell. We're going to use a Chrome extension called SimilarWeb to be able to pull up all of their website traffic. And as you can see, they have only driven 360 visitors in the last month. So this is a terrible example. This is actually a good example of a product you don't want to sell because there's just not, if someone's driving 300 visitors, they're definitely not anywhere close to $300,000 per month. So let's keep going on with this until we actually find a product that we can sell. And as you can see, okay, instant relief from swelling. I hope these guys know this. These guys are running a product to fb.me, which is not an actual page. So what we can do now is if we're not seeing any products, a simple, easy thing that we can do is go to brand active ads and let's set this up to 100. That way it sets the filter very strict. And these are only brands that are running ads for at least, or they have at least 100 active ads. Let's see, what is this? Multi-styler. Okay, 5-in-1. Multi-styler Pro. They're doing decent traffic. Let's keep going on with this. Thrive Cosmetics. Okay, what is this? Liquid Lash Extensions. Okay, so this looks like a potential product that we could go after. I mentioned not skincare, but cosmetics like makeup, lash extensions, definitely think are on the table. So we're going to use this Chrome extension called SimilarWeb, and this is going to tell us how much traffic a website is generating. Now, if you don't have access to the Chrome extension, what you can do is type in SimilarWeb on desktop, and then just type in the URL of the brand that we just found. Okay. Plug them in. It's going to ask you to create a free account. Confirm that you're human, which is always tough for me for obvious reasons. That being, I'm a bronze 1 in Marvel Rivals. Okay, cool. So let's go to the demographics. The joke there is that I'm a bot. Cringe. Anyways, Thrive Cosmetics. They are generating, what was that website performance? Let's see. Okay, 1.4 million visits per month. Now, we have already found this brand called Thrive Cosmetics. So what we're going to do with Get Hooked is we're going to spy this brand. So we press start spying. And before I actually sell this product, what I want to do is spy on the brand. And basically, a really cool thing that you can do with Get Hooked is you can actually just type in the brand that you've just spied, and you're able to see what their top performing landing pages are. So let's click on this really quick. Okay, so as we can see, the most used landing pages, and 25% of all of their ads are using this landing page here, which is their liquid lash serum. So we know that 25% of their ads is driving to this page, which stands to say this is probably their top selling product. So once we have a product and we have access to their website visitors, we can now estimate their traffic. So very simply, what you're going to do is take their visitors for the previous month, so 1.474 million. You're going to enter this into Google like this. Okay. Wait. Calculator. We're actually going to say times 0.03. So you're going to multiply their monthly visitors times the average conversion rate in e-com, which is about 3%. We're going to take that number and we're going to multiply it times their AOV. Now, if we go back to their website, it's about $26. I'm going to say comfortably that these guys probably have an AOV of like $100 plus. But let's say, being conservative, their AOV is about $30, right? So AOV meaning the average order value. So we plug that in. Now we can see of the 44,000 people that have purchased at a $30 estimated order value, these guys are doing about $1.3 million per month. And I can tell you comfortably, they're probably doing 2, 3, 4 times that. So they definitely hit that criteria. This definitely solves the problem with urgency and intensity to be solved because it's a cosmetic. Case in point, a lot of women buy cosmetics to help with certain things like looking better, feeling more secure about themselves, getting better confidence. So definitely good there. Next thing that we need to do is find the product on AliExpress, because obviously this definitely hits all 6 of these criteria. So super simply, we go to AliExpress and we're going to go into here and we're just going to type in liquid lash. I don't want to have my headphones on. I'm just going to take them off. Okay. Liquid lash extensions. So let's go ahead and type this in. As you can see, a lot of people are probably looking for Thrive. Now, what we want to avoid is selling the Thrive brand specifically, because that would get us into a lot of trouble. Hopefully that's obvious. But as we can see, we're just looking for like a similar product as to what that original one is. And so this one looks pretty much identical. Long-lasting effect. So this is thick, long, curling, waterproof liquid mascara. I just want to make sure, like, what are these? Okay, so there's different colors. Does Thrive have different colors? Okay, so there actually are different colors. So boom, there we go. We've got the liquid lash extensions tubing mascara. We've got a very similar product here. And so now all we need to do is cross-check this against all of the criteria. We've already validated that they're doing approximately $300,000 per month. Definitely solves a problem with urgency and intensity to be solved. We can definitely sell this at 2.5 to 3x multiple of the AliExpress price because it costs us about $5. Looks like shipping is free, so we could easily flip this for 20, 25 bucks, and we can do a lot of different things with bundling to increase the average order value as well. So definitely hits that criteria. It's lightweight, obviously. It's evergreen, can be purchased year-round, and it definitely can be sold in combination with other complementary products. Once I find a product that hits all of this criteria, that is proven to sell with Facebook ads, especially if you can find a brand that's on a spy tool like Get Hooked and you can see how many ads they're running. These guys have 700 active ads. You can see what their top performing landing pages are, what their most used landing pages are. That's it. Once I have the product, I'm 100% good to go and I'm ready to start making ads. And if you want to see how to make ads, build landing pages, I have plenty of content like that on my channel. But otherwise, this is the exact process that I go through. It wasn't exactly 10 minutes, but this is how I found the product that is currently able to generate me, as of yesterday, $8,700 per day in sales. If we look at today, generate me $6,600 per day in sales. Exact same process, probably the exact same amount of time spent finding the actual product. And that's basically it, guys. If you want access to the research criteria, I'll leave the document linked. I don't even need the document. It's just right here. There's really 6 main criteria. Otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed the content. As always, if you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully you got a ton of value out of this because a lot of you guys have been asking to see how to find products and do product research. So let me know in the comments what other kinds of videos you guys want to see next. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.